6:46 is the time this Wednesday. Your top stories in our Smart Start. RPD has just shut down St. Paul Street at the Inner Loop.
That is because a semi is right now stuck under the bridge after running into it this morning. This is the video from the scene we just collected. As you can see, that tractor trailer trapped about halfway through, trying and failing to make it under the overpass. We have not yet heard anything about injuries to the driver or anyone else involved here. However, we did reach out to police for further updates, so stay with us.
Deputies in Monroe County are asking for your help for leads after a man was hit by a car in Penfield last night and left seriously hurt. Our team was there on scene around 7:30 p.m. This was on Creek Street. Deputies say they believe the man was walking along the shoulder when he was hit. He did go to the hospital with injuries described as significant. We also did see the striking vehicle on scene. Authorities are asking anyone who knows anything or may have been around witnessing that crash to please call 911.
A member of the National Bloods gang sentenced for crimes here in Rochester. 31-year-old Rasheem Sullivan learned he will spend the next 9 years in prison following an investigation into the deadly shooting of RPD officer Anthony Mazurkowitz. Sullivan is a self-proclaimed leader of a subset group of the Bloods gang here in Rochester called the Immortal Stone Guerrilla Gang. Prosecutors say his gang was feuding with another rival group in the city around the time of this deadly violence back in 2022. That December, several locations linked to Sullivan were searched, revealing narcotics, cash, and numerous firearms. He was convicted on drug and gun charges.
Questions remain over this false alarm triggered by artificial intelligence at the campus of St. John Fisher. The university president sent out a message explaining just before 6 last night the campus was put into lockdown after AI picked up what appeared to be a gun at the auditorium at Carney Hall. And deputies later determined these were 2 prop guns picked up and they were being used in rehearsal for a theater group. That lockdown was lifted about 10 minutes later.
The Ontario County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding 15-year-old Genesis Escalera. She was last seen Monday around 9 p.m. when she took an Uber to go see someone here in Rochester. And her family says they did not hear from her again. She was last seen wearing denim shorts, a black crop top, and black and white Nikes. If you recognize her, her photo's on the screen here now, or you think you know where she might be, call the number we have provided for you there at the top there, 585-394-4560.
Voters at Rush Henrietta, that school district, did approve the new budget proposal. Yesterday's budget vote, 68% said yes. The first proposal in the spring failed by just 15 votes. And over the last month and a half, the budget saw a few revisions. At the time of the initial decision, the board noted there was a lot of misinformation going around online and overall uncertainty about new administrative positions being introduced, but those roles were not included in the revised budget. City Council did officially approve the new budget for the upcoming fiscal year for Rochester, and in that spending plan, council members are keeping $500,000 to explore ways to lower energy bills for families. That money can be used to fund a study that would look into whether a public takeover of RG&E is feasible. It's a measure advocates have been pushing for a long time. In a similar proposal approved, that funding last year was contingent upon the county taking over the study and putting up $1 million itself, but the ledge didn't do that. Under this new measure, it would allow City Council to release that money however it sees fit.
One of the things that I'm prepared to do in the upcoming month and the upcoming cycle is introduce a memorializing resolution to the state and to the state delegation, to the governor, asking that there is consideration for the state supporting the next step, because I think the escalation came to the city, it went to the county said no. And I think the next level of government that should be looking at this really is the state.
The mayor's $697 million budget is an increase of $9.4 million from last year. It passed 5-4. Mary Lupian, Kim Smith, Willie Lightfoot, Stanley Martin, the only no votes. Many of them say they're frustrated the budget is not reflective of the needs of the whole, the people they serve.
I cannot vote for a budget that does not make equitable investments in our frontline workers. Today, my vote is no. The last 3 years it's been no, and I hope Council President and Mayor Evans see this as an opportunity to actively work with Council and work with the community to create a process.
Council President Miguel Melendez acknowledges work needs to be done when it comes to the process of putting future budgets together. He says this is largely focused on what matters to people, including safer neighborhoods, better housing, and equitable access.
A local World War II veteran, Bob Al Perchetti, laid to rest with full military honors in Pittsford yesterday. He died earlier this month at 102 years old while on a trip to Normandy honoring the 80th anniversary of D-Day. His loved ones described him to us as one of the most active and thoughtful people they'd ever known, with his greatest strength, they say, being his kindness. He served as a Navy radio specialist during World War II, stationed in the Pacific, and he also wrote 2 books detailing his life and adventures.
Willie Mays, the legendary center fielder who at 93 was baseball's oldest living Hall of Famer, and he's died. Mays, known affectionately as the Say Hey Kid, played 22 seasons in the majors, made 24 All-Star teams, mostly with the Giants in New York and then San Francisco. Mays hit 660 career home runs with a lifetime batting average of just over 300, and in 1951, Mays was Rookie of the Year.
Well, today is June 19th, Juneteenth, and there are several celebrations all happening across the Rochester region, including at the Museum and Science Center. It's going to run from noon to 5 at the Eisenhart Auditorium, where guests can enjoy performances, live music, face painting, and handmade goods from Rochester's very own Black-owned businesses. We're looking at the runners here, encouraged to take part in the Rock Juneteenth 5K run and walk. That'll kick off at 1 at Genesee Valley Park, and all proceeds go towards the construction of the Minister Franklin D. Florence Civil Rights Heritage Park. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office putting on a new fundraiser, raising money for its K-9 unit program. This year, they're putting on a golf tournament.
Coming up next week, this program, by the way, is completely funded by you, the community. Aron Spitzer caught up with the K-9 team to go over the importance of your support. Aron.
Yeah, so the program started in 1984 by Sheriff Richard Piscotti, who wanted a canine unit without burdening taxpayers. A few organizations donated funds and a dog, and that started a tradition. The funds raised help pay for equipment, the cost of the dogs, medical bills, and anything else they may need. The unit has 5 furry partners, including a therapy dog, a bloodhound, 3 shepherds that are dual purpose because they both track people deputies are looking for and also act as detector dogs. 2 of the shepherds can detect drugs and 1 can sniff out bombs. They work out of the county too for bomb sweeps before concerts or if there is a threat to a school. They also do drug searches at schools, jails, or if a warrant is issued.
K-9 program is important because it gives us more resources and allows us to investigate things further and offer more assistance to people than just us as humans can do.
Helps keep our officers safe when they're out in the field. I mean, think about it. We're a rural community. A deputy can be covering 2 or 3 townships all by himself, and it could be late night hours. These partners that they have that are so well trained are there to help protect them.
Utilized for missing persons quite often, like our bloodhound, and they keep the community safe. So it's good for community relations on top of keeping the streets safe and the drugs off the streets.
Sheriff Robert Milby says if the funds raised allow for it, the unit could benefit from having another dog trained in searching for weapons. This is the first time the fundraiser is a golf tournament. That's Monday in Ontario Golf Course. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Aron. From dogs, we love them. Bugs, not so much, and they are out and about with the hot temps. Ants, ticks, mosquitoes, bees, they're all fond of warmer weather, and your chances of getting bit or stung, they go up as we go through a longer stretch of warmer days. An upstate pest control expert tells us it's peak season for insect activity. He was out here at home with a carpenter bee and ant infestation in the roof and right along the bottom of the house. Those are the areas where insects really like to build nests and live in the hottest temps. And despite there being a wide variety of solutions such as bug spray, consider that just the Band-Aid.
Yeah, you know, good advice. He said call a specialist, somebody who can look at maybe gaps. He was looking at the windows there, around the edges of the garage doors. They'll find a way in if there's even the slightest crack there. And
always check for those ticks too, coming inside for sure.
Good advice. Yeah, the heat around today. We got another one tomorrow as well. Highs in the 90s both days. I just poked my head outside, and I've been to the Virgin Islands one time.
Okay.
Many years ago. It felt like St. Thomas out there with just incredible heat and humidity. Of course, my mood was better because I was on a tropical island
I was about to say, we don't have the beach vistas and coconut drinks here.
Not in Rochester, New York. So close your eyes, pretend you're in the Virgin Islands, and voila, there's your weather.
The all-inclusive News 8 pack.
There you go.
God. Thanks for watching us here at Sunrise. Stay cool, everybody. We'll see you back here in 30.
Have a great morning.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.